Hello and welcome to Seesar Gear. If you can see me, can you see me? Today we're going to talk about the Bad Dreams. And the Bad Dreams is a pedal made by Idiotbox, and it is a synthesizer that is intended to be overlaid with a guitar sound, but I like to use it for noise stuff, noise music as a sound generator by itself. So I don't actually use it with other inputs, although I have done that in the past. It seems basically when I want to use it by itself, I get a better sound. It's a better mixture. But also what's fun is that it's got this switch on it where you can switch from the input with the effects or just the effects. And what's nice about that is you can actually mix the two together. It has a little input, output, I should say, volume. And this is for the effects only. It doesn't, it does affect the input. That's a lie. It does affect the input, but it keeps it balanced so that if you want to run both at the same time, you can. But I just like to use it as an effects unit by itself. And what we have here is 2 oscillators that give you pulsing pitched tones, and then you have a delay unit, and this is the amount of delay, and this is the length of the echoes, and the number of repeats is actually more correct. And here is an indicator for how fast this second oscillator is acting, is operating. And right now, I don't know if you can see in the camera or not, but it looks like it's solid, but it's not. It's actually pulsing at a super high rate. So now it's obviously slower, and you can see the pulsing. So let's give it a listen. I want to talk about it as we go through it. Again, here's the volume. So this is the output. And you can hear that it's like hyper fast. So this oscillator will change that. And it's like changing the pulse width on like an APC or something. So basic sound. 8-bit kind of sound, but it's pretty tasty. And then you can start manipulating this one by mixing in the other one. Starting to get that Bad Dream sensation. Now let's add some delay. This is what I like to say is definitely going to take you to Bad Dream land. tones. So there's two other things to discuss here. One is, turn it down just a little bit. One is that it has a very subtle touch, as with many analog synths. I've discussed this before in other videos. You don't have to move it significantly to get a drastic change, but you can and get a different type of drastic change. So you have performance range, which I think is very useful. And then the other thing is, because you have this echo, the echo doesn't go away immediately. Like if you turn down the volume, for example, it's still playing. It's fading out, and you have an option to ease off of the repeats to make it completely silent. And there is a true bypass that definitely cuts out all sound. You also have an expression pedal input over here, and that's for the amount of delay. It doesn't affect the repeats, however, just so you know. It only affects the way this is mixed in. So let's bring it back in, and let's add this. And because it's going so fast, you don't really hear a whole lot of difference with that, right? So let's get it at a different rate. It's subtle. I can hear it when in the studio, but I'm not sure if you can hear it on camera. But when you get the repeats expanded, you can definitely start hearing it. So if you have an expression pedal, actually I have one. Do I have a TRS sitting here? Yeah, I have this actually a nice little Synthrotech expression slider sitting right here, but I don't think I have a TRS cable handy, unfortunately, or I'd test it out for you. But it just changes this knob. But if you have the repeats higher than 0, you're going to get some noticeable sound differences with changing this value. And that's what's nice about the Bad Dreams. So the other thing I would say is that because everything requires shifting sounds to work, shifting parameters to create the shifting sounds, it's not something that I would recommend leaving idle. It's something that I personally prefer to consistently change. And that is something that would be nice if this had a CV value for all 4 of these controls. That would be interesting. If it had a different expression pedal, like one for this and one for, say, one or both of these, that would be nice. That way you could have 2 hands and 2 feet or something like that to operate it. I do think this is also something that is potential for a 4-hand performance or a chance composition, like where you have a number value assigned to the dial, and use aleatoric methods to determine where the dial is going to be turned and for how long and that kind of stuff. I like my John Cage stuff, so that's the type of thing that would be introduced with that. Anyway, this is effectively it. It's not overly complicated, but it is extremely effective. And if you're trying to get that Bad Dreams kind of sound, well, this is definitely something you can use to create that effect. And I do recommend it. They are commission only. I'm not sure if I've said that yet. The company has the parts to build these, but they don't keep them on their website. So you have to actually go to their website, send them a message, and ask them if they have the parts and would build you one. I think this one was $125 US. It's to me, that's incredibly worth it. I got it in a couple of weeks, and I've literally been playing it since then. I took it on tour this summer, and I have used it on a couple of recordings, and I definitely find it to be a valuable addition to my sonic arsenal, especially for electronic stuff. I really like it. Okay, that's it. I'll quit saying and what I'll do is I'll say, if you want more information, you can always check out SeesarMusic.com/gear, or go to the Seesar official YouTube channel. Well, actually, you're at the YouTube channel because that's where this is going to be. There's also an Instagram. There's Seesar Gear Instagram, and you can find out other little bits and bobs there that'll lead you back to these other pages. There you have it. Okay, well, if you've got one of these, let me know. Tell me what you do with it. If you don't have one but you're thinking about getting one, comment on that. Start a conversation, because that's what this is all about. And if you have trouble finding Idiotbox, I don't think they're too hard to find, but just in case, you do have to ask them. You can't just go to their website and order it, I don't think. You might be able to. They may have added it actually to back into their catalog by now, because that's what I was told was going to happen. So you might just be able to go order one, but they do have to make them for you, so be patient. It takes a few weeks for them to get the time to build one. And but well worth it. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you've gotten something useful out of this. See if you want to get one as well. And thanks you. That's what I just said. Thanks you. And let's try that again. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.